Here we go now. A case of beer, some barbecue. There's no doubt that I'm better than you. With these looks.
Check. Testing
and
1,
these
2.
moves, you can't blame me for being so rude. The land of the red, white, and blue will be my home till the day I die. I'm every lady's fantasy. I'm the American guy. The trailer park is where I'm from. You better believe I have about 27 guns. Baseball games, pickup trucks. I'm leagues above you other dumb schmucks. I'm from where the women are hot and the Twinkies are deep fried. And every day I pledge allegiance to God and American guy. And I know there's a lot of people who are jealous of all the great things that I've got. And you know, when I sit down and take a look at it, I have to admit, I've really got quite a lot. I'm the American guy.
Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Filsinger Games Fan Podcast. It is great to have you along here. Not so long ago from our last little get-together and our last little talk of all things Filsinger Games. We should be back on a regular schedule now of every Friday night. Of course, I got a call today about doing a possible gig down in San Diego, and that, of course, would be Friday. So next week, we may have to go to Saturday morning, but anyway, it is great to have you here. It is great to bring you all the latest news of Filsinger Games. This is the Filsinger Games Fan Podcast, episode number 139 for May 21st, 2021. This is the podcast that just broke over 3,000 downloads. So thank you to everybody who is subscribed. Thank you to everybody who watches on YouTube. Thank you to everybody. It is great to have you aboard. A special big shout out to all the amazing Patreon patrons who make this content and the other content from Saturday Morning Media possible. Huge thank you to every single one of the patrons, and a big thank you to our patron producers, Dorothy Pachoco, Eve Cunning, Kathy Crawford, Tony Urbano, David Akers, Jamie Donmeyer, and Vicky Sebring. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got a lot of news to cover. Actually, not a lot of news, but some big news. Some big news that we're going to go over, and some of it just breaking. So let's get to the latest Filsinger Games news, starting with Champions of the Galaxy. And because we did a show on Monday and covered the sort of Champions of the Galaxy alternate universe announcement then, we don't have any news for Champions of the Galaxy this week, except Tom said that teasers start at the end of May, and the end of May is next week, friends. That's right. That's the end of May. So could we see some possible 2137 spoilers, teasers next week? I think we might. And I'm super excited. I am itching to get back in and playing some Champions of the Galaxy. So super excited for that. No news about Champions of the Galaxy Prime, which would be the FTR stuff. And we talked about that on Monday. Moving on to Filsinger Games Independent Wrestling card and dice game, we had two announcements, a big whopping two announcements. The Iron Demon Shane Mercer and KTB are Iron Beast. Shane Mercer is a 14-year veteran of the indie scene, spending his early careers in Indiana and Kentucky. Mercer has branched out over the past few years to add some of the biggest indie promotions in the country to his resume. In addition to finding single success and picking up his share of titles along the way, Mercer has recently formed the popular and dominant tag team Iron Beast with Kyle the Beast, KTB. And that is also another card that is being released. A journeyman of the Northeast Indies, KTB has developed quite a following and reputation over the past few years, even earning the spotlight on a national level for the hottest new promotion in America. KTB's size belies agility that makes for a unique combination of power and high flying. As a team with Mercer, they have been a dominant force for one of the best indie promotions around. The sky is the limit for this incredible tandem. So there you go, coming to Best of the Indies, Iron Beast, Sean Mercer, and KTB. Moving on to Legends of Wrestling, and this was an announcement that just happened not too long ago. Ladies and gentlemen, your final names that will be on the final card for the Ringside Personnel 4-pack: James Beard, Joey Marella, and Dick Woehrle. James Beard, Joey Marella, and Dick Woehrle are now at your disposal when you purchase the Ringside Personnel 4-pack, shipping in late May. James Beard has had an amazing career that's taken him from the hottest period of wrestling in Texas to the bright lights of the biggest promotion in the world. Whether a wild brawl or scientific contest, Beard will be ready to lay down the law and keep things fair and square. Joey Marella is the son of the legendary Gorilla Monsoon and spent his career officiating for the biggest promotion in the land. Marella refereed one of the biggest matches of all time in Pontiac, Michigan back in 1987. I wonder what match that is. And also was the third man in the ring for one of the company's most acclaimed main events at Wembley Stadium in 1992. Tragically, Marella's life and career were cut short due to a car accident in 1994. Legends of Wrestling pays tribute to this legendary official with his addition to the 4-pack. And, ladies and gentlemen, Dick Woehrle. Dick Woehrle was one of the most noticeable refs in the industry and spent his career in the Northeast. He had no problem getting involved in matches and found himself on the receiving end of more than a few maneuvers. He was a staple of main event matches held at the Philadelphia Spectrum and could be seen on TV with the biggest company around. One of the true greats of this profession, we pay tribute to Dick Woehrle with his addition to the Legends of Wrestling card game. So great artwork there. I love the artwork for the things. It looks like, I don't know. It looks great. I think that Joey Marella, I'm used to seeing Joey Marella super young, and this artwork, he looks a little bit older than I think he should look, but they definitely got, he looks great. He looks a little more advanced in years. And then Dick Woehrle looks fantastic. Looks great. I'm super excited to get these cards. All right, that is it for the Legends of Wrestling news. All these things are available for pre-order and will be shipping next week, I think. So you need to get in and get your pre-orders in so you do not miss out when these new things head your way. Well, it's time for the match of the show, and what a match we had last week. King Kong Bundy almost taking Dude Brohan to the limit. And I asked you who you think should get a match, and we had some great answers. The majority of people said King Kong Bundy rematch. A couple other people said Stan Hansen. Somebody else said Chaos. Somebody suggested a sort of a gauntlet match for Dude Brohan, where he'd have to face King Kong Bundy, and then the winner of that match would have to face Chaos. But I think we are going to keep it simple, ladies and gentlemen, and just have ourselves a good old-fashioned Dude Brohan versus King Kong Bundy steel cage match. So that's where we are. Although, when I set this up, I did notice that Bundy's cage rating is a 5, so he is certainly at a disadvantage going into this. But if he wrestles like he did last week, we could see a new champion. So let's ring that bell. The cage is closed, and we will roll for initiative, and it looks like Dude Brohan will get the initiative here. Level 1 offense, and he starts things off with a headlock, dazing King Kong Bundy, and he just keeps that headlock locked in there and still dazing King Kong Bundy. And then he hits the big bro hug, which is a big level 3 move. Oh no, we're rolling the pin right away. Is this going to take King Kong Bundy out? His cage rating is a 5. We're going to click it. The target is 5. The roll is a 10. So he does not submit or give up or pass out or whatever, but he does get 1 fatigue token. Dude Brohan hits the dude boot. Level 3, hurt 2. And it hits an atomic drop on King Kong Bundy. Dude Brohan came to fight here. Hurt 2 for King Kong Bundy. Rake nails on back 2. Dazed 1. Big right hand 1. King Kong Bundy reversing it now on level 1. Could this be a big comeback? Clothesline 2 agility. Unfortunately, Dude Brohan has the agility, so he's going to reverse it on level 2 offense. Rake the nails down the back. King Kong Bundy reversing it again. Rolls on level 1 offense. Elbow drop 2, choice F. So let's see. His power is a -4, so that's going to work on a 3 or less. That's not going to work. He is going to try the leg drop, which will work on an 8 or less. He is rolling. He gets a 7. It does work. Dude Brohan. Oh no, Dude Brohan reversing it on level 2 offense and hits some fists to the head. 3. Oh no, we're rolling Bundy's pin again. The target will be 6. And the roll is a 7. So he is able to kick out, but not doing too well in this match. Dude Brohan. Elbow drop 3, choice G, which will be death jump. His death jump is a C or tombstone pile driver, but that would only work on a 4. So he is going to go for a death jump here. The opponent blasts you with a clothesline from the top ropes. You're in trouble. Opponent rolls on level 3 offense out of the ring. Well, we have to substitute, since this is a cage match, we substitute face into cage 3. So rams Bundy's head into the cage. Down 3, leave. Nowhere to leave the ring here, Bundy. Sorry about that. Bobby Heenan at ringside going crazy. A big body slam on King Kong Bundy, and he is still down. Ladies and gentlemen, another big body slam on King Kong Bundy. And we'll roll the pin again here, ladies and gentlemen. The target is 7. The roll a 12. Bundy just weathering this storm. Unbelievable. Dude Brohan out of the ring. We're going to substitute face to cage there. Down 3. Hurt 2. Can Bundy reverse this? A running clothesline levels King Kong Bundy. And again, he is going to roll his pin. The target is an 8. The roll is a 6. After that, running clothesline. Dude Brohan escapes the ring. Who is going to take down Dude Brohan? Who is going to do it? I don't know. This is, so far, he's the greatest champion we've had here on the podcast. So let me know who you think Dude Brohan should face next week. Man, King Kong Bundy had a great match last week and was pretty much horrible this week. All right, moving on to the question of the show, and we already know the answer to this question, but the question was, who do you think will be the final name announced for the Legends 4-pack? Answer in the comments below. And we had a lot of great things here. Sorry, I'm going to move this window. Michael saying a commissioner card, Jack Tunney or Stanley Blackburn would be awesome. I would love a Jack Tunney card. Joe M says, I think the final name will be referee Dick Woehrle. There you go. It's been years since he was announced he was signed. This is a perfect card to finally release him. Well, you were right there, Joe. And also, Geranda said, I would think Dick Woehrle will be the last name. And Scotty Boy says, I hope they keep the final name of the 4-pack under wraps so it's surprise in the post, sorry. My thinking is it has to be a referee card. I'm hope either Danny Davis or Joey Marella. Well, you got it. Joey Marella is in there. Todd Hall rematch against Bundy in a cage. We just had that. And I love Todd's suggestion here. The final name is Ken Resnick or Tony Schiavone. 2 great names that would be awesome in the game. And then Joe, at the very end, Joe Scalamera says Mean Gene. I would flip out for a Mean Gene card. Can you imagine Mean Gene Okerlund and Gorilla Monsoon in the same set? Holy moly. All right, well, we focus a lot on the Legends side of things when it comes to questions, so I wanted to flip on over to Champions of the Galaxy. If you play Champions of the Galaxy, what year are you currently playing in? I would love to know. Leave your answers in the comments, and we will talk about them next week on the show. Hey, elsewhere on the channel, not a lot this week because I was still coming off of the shoots that I was working on, but elsewhere on the channel, if you have not watched the Filsinger Games Quiplash Promoter Edition, it was so much fun. It was just 30 minutes of goofy fun, and everyone really enjoyed it, and I thank everyone who played, and I thank you for checking it out. And also we had Hollywood Elite Wrestling episode number, I think 39, if I'm remembering correctly. Anyway, we had a big dog collar match between Stan Hansen, Bruiser Brody. Heck of a main event. The undercard, not so great, but that main event made it all worth it. So if you have not seen those things, head on over to youtube.com/GWF Promoter. And hey, why don't you check out the other great shows, friends of the podcast, Uncharted Territory at anchor.fm/Corey-Olsen5. After further review with Steve Tower, youtube.com/user/UNASTA. And of course, Dave Little's myriad of wrestling shows over on his channel, youtube.com/user/DDVDAVE. And that'll be great. Check out all those things. If you need links to all of those, they'll be in the show notes for this episode, so you don't have to try and back up and hear my annoying voice trying to read out all those URLs. Hey, well, that is going to wrap things up here, ladies and gentlemen. Be sure to follow the Filsinger Games Podcast wherever you listen to audio. Just search for Filsinger Games in your favorite audio store, and it should pop right up. If you'd like, if you have a topic you'd like the show to cover, leave it in the comments. Make sure to subscribe or follow, whether you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, and follow GWF Promoter on social media at GWF Promoter. You can check out my personal feds at gwfpromoter.com and lowpromoter.com. The theme song you're listening to is American Guy by Throwing Toasters, used by permission and available on Apple Music, Spotify, and anywhere you get your music. This podcast is not affiliated in any way with Filsinger Games or its subsidiaries. It's purely for entertainment purposes. This episode is copyright 2021 Saturday Morning Media. Huge thanks to Thomas Morgan and Michael Bratta for chatting along in the comments. Thank you for listening and making this podcast so much fun. We will see you on Friday unless you hear otherwise, unless work pops up, and then we'll be there Saturday morning. All right, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for being here, and I will talk to you soon.
And the Twinkies are deep fried. And every day I pledge allegiance to God and country. I'm the American